In this video, we're going to look at how you can make adjustments to recognize depreciation on your assets. Remember, depreciation is not a cash flow, so often it's not really considered when forecasting, but it can also be a good measure of repairs and maintenance costs that you plan in the future on this equipment. So often in forecasting, people use depreciation almost as a proxy for future repairs and maintenance costs. But regardless, if you want to include depreciation, we're going to look at how you can make those adjustments. We're looking at a project example. So we've created a specific project forecast in a journal entity on Syft in order to isolate and demonstrate this principle. But you can apply this to any entity and any forecast that you already have. So to start, I just need to make sure that my buildings has been recognized. You probably would already have your buildings pulling through from the previous period when you bought them. So I'm just going to quickly create them. Now I have my buildings and it seems like I purchased on cash. I then can go and record depreciation. And we want to link this depreciation to the value of our building. So we're going to select the account we want to create, which is depreciation. We can say depreciating building. We're then going to select the start and the end date. I'm going to take it till the end of the forecast. Depreciation is recurring and it will happen every month. And then we're going to select formula. And now we want to create a formula that's going to get Syft to calculate our monthly depreciation. So I want it to be the building value divided by its useful life. So I'm going to look for the building. So the current value of the building. And then my useful life is 20 years. So I'm going to divide by 20 times 12 because remember my budget's on a monthly basis, and I'm going to click save. So now I have my depreciation per month. And that means the first part of my adjustment is complete. But then we need to record the other side of this, which would be the accumulated depreciation. So that's going to impact the balance sheet. And we're going to go and either adjust our accumulated depreciation account, which is already there, or in my case, go and add accumulated depreciation. And we're going to give it a description. You're going to select the full period of the forecast, but that obviously depends on how long you're planning to have this building. If you're going to sell it, then obviously that's going to change some of these details. We then want to go and calculate what accumulated depreciation will be. But we just need to remember a few things. So firstly, accumulated depreciation would be whatever accumulated depreciation you had in the previous month, plus the depreciation for this period. So one would think you could just go prior accumulated depreciation plus depreciation. But remember, accumulated depreciation on Syft is seen as a fixed asset. It ends up being a negative fixed asset, but it's a fixed asset nonetheless. So when we put prior accumulated depreciation, Syft is going to see that as an asset, whereas the expense depreciation is an expense. So we just need to think about our sign. So in order to do this, so we're going to go expenses, depreciation, and we're going to go current depreciation. And then I would want to go plus prior accumulated depreciation, fixed assets. But this is an asset and this is an expense. So we just need to make them consistent. So I'm going to change the sign of my depreciation and click save. And now you'll see that my accumulated depreciation is increasing each month and that it's the opposite sign to my building, which is what I expected because it should decrease the value of my building. Here we can see the carrying value of our building. And that's how you can go and record a depreciation adjustment and accumulated depreciation in a forecast or budget.